One season there was a young kid who was the guard at the door. He would like collar me all the time, bragging about all the movies he was going to make. And I was like, yeah, whatever.
I was there for one summer, and the summer of 1987, and it was amazing.
He had all these questions for me about working with Spike, which was, great. And so we would talk about stuff like that.
Of course, at the time, I would tell anybody that I'm a student at USC Film School. I'm going to make movies, and I aspire to do a lot of stuff.
He was very enthusiastic about telling me about something that he was writing and how he wanted me to do this and be in it and all this stuff. And I was like, hey, just slow down.
I said, I'm telling you, man, one day I'm going to write a movie for you. I'm going to write a really good movie for you, right? I'm going to direct you in a film. And he's like, go ahead, brother, right?
It turned out that the script was Boys in the Hood. And he was good to his word. He fought for me. There was another actor that I guess the studio wanted to cast in the role, and he fought for me. And, that was a career-changing moment for me.
I think it was groundbreaking in a lot of ways. And that was in front of the camera and behind the camera. It was a multiracial and multi-ethnic group of people.
That was something that Paul was really insistent upon.
I have to say that the years that I worked on the Pee Wee Herman show on Pee Wee's Playhouse, the crews were the most diverse of all the crews I've ever worked with, which means there were more people of color behind the scenes. There were more women behind the scenes in non-traditional roles for women. I think it was probably the first time I ever encountered a woman working as a camera assistant or a focus puller. And I was really impressed by that, and obviously that was down to Paul.
There were a lot of people who worked on the show who came to it, I think, like I did, because we were fans of the first season, which meant that you had a much younger element and a lot of people starting out, and I think Paul liked that. So he gave a lot of beginnings to people, which meant that we had a large variety of types of people working.
For me, being 19 years old and having that be my first introduction into production, it was a godsend for me, because it was like, I didn't feel alienated at all working on that set. I didn't feel like I was out of place at all. I felt like I was really a member of a family, even at my small job, being a security guard, slash PA. I felt like I was part of a family working on Pee Wee's Playhouse.
We were actually all part of the Playhouse too, because Paul always made it a point to throw really great parties. We had a really terrific kind of sock hop 50s rap party. He gave us all kind of school jackets. We have these amazing embroidered jackets that have the whole opening of the show embroidered on the back of the jacket. It's the whole model of the front of Puppet Land with all the characters and everything.
At the end of the season, we got a yearbook, which was, I guess, Paul's idea. It was so much fun.
The yearbooks were really a great way of finishing off the year, because that just gave us a look back at everything we had done, and it was really fun to have. And now I wish I could find mine.
I still have my Pee Wee University yearbook. Everyone got one, so we all signed in our yearbooks, and I don't keep things, but that I have kept.
They chose the Hall of Fame, and then best personality.
He would put people in the audio-visual club, or he'd put them in the drama club, or the art department, and he'd pull photos. He would actually take a lot of the photos all year long. I mean, he was real into doing candid shots on the set and snapping them, and really put this book together at the end of every year.
That was a treat, because no other shows do that, really. They give you a crew list and say goodbye, But this was a treasure to keep forever.